guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a brand review slash overview of Kokie Cosmetics. I feel like I've featured like tidbits of their products here and there throughout my videos, but I have kind of accumulated several other products. Some of them I've purchased, some of them I've received through PR from the last couple of months. I think I have a majority of the line, definitely don't have it all though, just because they're constantly releasing new products. So there's definitely some winner chicken dinners, others that were just kind of meh in my book. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of grab products randomly. I did apply a lot of these products on my face today, that way you guys could see how they apply. Not every single one, but I thought the ones that like really mattered swatch wise, and then I will be sure to go through and show you guys like close-ups of each product as well as the swatches. If you guys catch me looking down, oh, I didn't turn my monitor on. Oh well. If you guys catch me looking down throughout the video, it's because I'm going to be referring to the price list. I have mentioned this before in the past, but you can purchase all these products on their website, which is kokiecosmetics.com. And then I believe the Bed Bath & Beyonds that carry makeup, the Christmas Tree store, and now select Walmarts. I think that's why a lot of you guys are seeing reviews on these now, just because it is more easily accessible, just because they are being carried in Walmart. I don't think all Walmarts, hopefully, eventually, I'm not quite sure. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. First up, I have the Kokie Professional Powder Contour Palette. I had several of you guys asking me how to pronounce the brand. It's Kokie Cosmetics because the little logo is an elephant, and Kokie actually comes from Kokie, which is how you say elephant in Korean. Right when you open it up, it looks very similar to the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. In fact, I think I'll have that sitting up here too. Maybe not. Just kidding. Maybe I'll go through and apply swatches side by side just so you guys can see how it compares. Overall, I do like this product. I think if you're beginning with contouring, you'd really like this just because it's something that's easily blendable. It's kind of foolproof. It is pigmented, but it's something that blends out to where you're not left with like super harsh lines where like if you were to go in, accidentally apply too much the first time and end up with like a bruise on your cheek, it does blend out. I will say though, the shades in this palette are definitely warmer than the Kat Von D Shade and Light. I feel like those are definitely more neutral and cool, whereas like these two shades over here in the pan, they look like they would be more neutral, but even this one applies very like warm reddish. I don't mind it, but it's not like a true contour color. But for the price point, I don't think it's bad. I actually really enjoy these lighter shades up here, especially if you're someone that bakes. It works nice with the beauty blender because it does like dust right off with still leaving some of that like brightening effect behind. I feel bad, like I don't want to be super critical, but obviously whenever I do these brand reviews, I want to give you guys my honest opinion. So overall, I would say that this is a great beginner's contour palette, but if you already have a lot of contour palettes in your collection already, for instance, the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, you definitely don't need this. I highly prefer that one over this one, but overall, still a good product. A product that I absolutely adore in the line, this is the Kokie Professional. Why do I keep telling you guys? Clearly it's Kokie Cosmetics. This is the Liquid Cushion Foundation. Besides the brushes, these may be one of the higher priced items in the line. It seems like everything is around $5 to $10, then the foundations and the brushes go up to, I think, $15 or $16. This particular foundation is $16. If you guys were curious for my shade, I am in the shade 40W. I think they sent me all the shades over. I love this formula. If you like a really luminous foundation that feels incredibly lightweight on the skin, it is a formula you do have to set because it does stay very wet. It's like it never settles. Unless you have like extremely dry skin, then I guess you could leave it without setting it. But I would at least recommend it setting it like around your mouth, on your forehead, anywhere you may have some like natural creasing. I would recommend setting just because it is a very like wet formula, but I love the finish of it. It's so pretty and healthy and glowy. Now, they recently released this foundation. I actually just got this as PR maybe 2-3 weeks ago. No, like 2 weeks ago. I wanted to love it just because I love this cushion foundation, but this just did not work for me at all. You can see the way it applies. This is actually 40W as well. And for whatever reason, the formula, this is the Skin Perfect HD foundation. I don't even know if this is actually on the site yet. I've tried this with primer, without primer, with like a million different primers because I was like, is it the primer that I'm using? Is it just my skin? It's not that it's a bad foundation. It's just not really a good foundation for my skin type either. If I had to compare it to something, honestly, I would say it's kind of like a watered down version of the NARS Sheer Glow. Not like watery in the consistency, but the actual coverage. Like you put it on, it feels nice on your face, but the coverage I just don't like. And then It kind of oxidizes on me. I don't know. I don't like it, and I wanted to love it just because I'm always on the hunt for a new foundation. I thought I was going to like it. The packaging is very nice. It comes in a glass frosted bottle. You do get a pump. Another cushion product from the line. This is the Liquid Cushion Concealer. I actually used 30C today, but my normal shade is 20W. I like this more for an everyday concealer. Now, if you're looking to go like full on glam, heavy coverage under the eye, really brightening concealer like Tarte Shape Tape, you're not gonna find that in this. This is just a very good everyday run out the door concealer just because it is lightweight. It is nice and hydrating on the face, but I do notice creasing with this. I feel like I really have to go in and set, otherwise I will have like a creasy mess under my eyes. But as long as you set it, you're good to go. I feel like most concealers you normally do have to set. I believe this is in the $6 to $7 range, just so I don't have to keep referring to my phone. I'll either annotate the price right here or put it down below. So overall, it is a good concealer. Is it my favorite from the drugstore? No, I definitely prefer like the Maybelline Fit Me or the Maybelline Age Rewind, but it's still a good concealer, like I said, just for day-to-day use. Now, another concealer that I absolutely love, I honestly didn't really have high hopes for this one just because I don't really color correct too much, but I was so impressed by this. This is the Be Bright Illuminating Concealer. I use mine in the shade Yellow, and then I go in and mix it with the Cushion Concealer or whatever concealer that I'm using. Even this on its own is so brightening. Typically, I don't really like adding any additional like yellowy tones onto my under eyes just because instead of having like dark circles where it's like purple or blue, I have more of like a weird sallow type of orange color. So sometimes I'll go in with like a pink or something like that. But this, when you look at it, it's definitely pigmented, but it's still not like super opaque. It's very thin, very hydrating on the under eyes, and super brightening. I absolutely love it. This has definitely been staying right here on my vanity. I've been using it every day. It's definitely something that I would repurchase. So I have the yellow, the green, the lavender, which I have used kind of like on the sides of my mouth just to brighten up the area, and then peach. I would highly recommend checking these out if you really like something bright on your under eyes. Even if you just like mix in like a tiny dot with your concealer, the yellow is so good. Hands down, one of my favorites in the line. Now, moving on to something that was a not so favorite, which I was so bummed about because upon first application, the blushes are so pretty. I haven't even opened all of them. I opened these two here. I figured I could pass this on to someone, let them give it a go. I don't know if it's just my face or what, like if my cheeks just get hungry or this blush is super tasty. I put it on, and as you can see, you definitely have like pigmentation in the beginning, but throughout the day, it's like my face just eats it. It disappears. I don't know what happens. The contour powder stays on, like my powder stays on, but the blush just disappears. Like I don't know if the wind blows it away, what happens, I'm not sure. Here are the blushes. You get a ton of product. Like I said, the colors are so pretty. When you swatch them, and even on the brush, they're super pigmented, but I don't know, on my face, they just disappear. Like this deeper mauve color here is so pretty. This one, I love it. And they feel incredibly silky and buttery, but like I said, I don't know if it's just my face, but I've tried them multiple times, and every time, like, I want to say 3 to 4 hours in, my blush is just gone, and I don't typically have that problem, so I don't know. I guess if I was only wearing makeup for a couple of hours, it would be fine, but the lasting power just isn't there with these. These brow pencils, I love. I think I forgot to insert the demo because I was trying to like rush and put on my brows before field day and then come back in and film. But this is the Highbrow Angled Eyebrow Pencil. I can't compare the formula to the, is it Anastasia or Hourglass? I think they both actually have a brow pencil like this. I don't have either of those, so I can't tell you if they're similar, but this one here in Not Blonde, I actually have that one for a friend, in 559 Brunette, I love, especially if you like a really soft, feathery brow. This is very easy because even if you push really hard, it's just a very like softer, lighter formula, so you don't end up with like crazy Sharpie brows, especially in the front. It's so easy. The shape makes it really nice, and the spoolie on this is so good. Sometimes you'll get a spoolie that's either like too soft or like too hard, where it just basically feels like you're ripping your skin off like a cheese grater. Oh, that was very like graphic. Ugh, I apologize. This one I would definitely repurchase. I just realized this one is made in Korea. I mean, obviously, like I figured it was like a Korean brand, but I wonder if every single product is made in Korea. Concealer is made in China. That's funny because I have a, what's the brand? the Ardell brand, which is the Korean makeup store. I was thinking it was very similar. I wonder if they're made in the same factory, but love these. Moving on to the second brow pencil. This one is the Precision Brow Retractable Brow Pencil. It's waterproof. Honestly, I thought I was going to prefer this one over the angled brow pencil. Color is really nice. I like the size of the pencil, but I don't like the formula as much. I feel like when I go through and use a spoolie, this one kind of like, not fully disappears, but it wipes away more than what I would like compared to the angled brow pencil. You can definitely go in and create like a darker brow with the Precision Brow Pencil, but for me personally, I definitely prefer the high brow. I don't think I would ever go back in and repurchase this one. The high brow, yes. This one, not so much. Okay, for the final brow product, I have the brow mascara. This is the tinted eyebrow gel. I've been using mine in medium brown. Now this one I feel like isn't getting quite the fair judgment, just because if you guys have been watching my channel, you know I'm absolutely obsessed with the Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer. This is just like the perfect brow gel to me compared to like any brow gel I've ever used, whether we're talking drugstore or high-end. So this is good. You actually do get a ton of pigmentation for a normal brow gel. Like, let me go on this side. And I really like the color of it. It has like a nice kind of like taupey, I'm not flicking y'all off, a taupey brown color. The only thing is, like the fiber volumizer, this does stay sticky for a while. So this is like the final product you want to put on. If you were to put this on and then like loose powder on, you're gonna have like powdery, crazy eyebrows. It doesn't hold quite as well as the Maybelline one, but this is really good on days when I don't even want to do any pencil. I want to go in and I just need to add some like color to my brows. This is great just because I feel like the tail end of my brows, they're decent, but the front, it's like they're so empty. So I'll just go in and comb some of this through. And it does hold your brows in place. The HD translucent setting powder in a colorless, it's just a typical white translucent setting powder, kind of like the Makeup Forever, is that HD or just Ultra HD? Photo HD. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's been around forever. I really like this. I don't use it to set my entire face. I like to keep it more kind of on the sides of my mouth. I like to use it to set my under eyes just because it is really nice and finely milled, super soft. I don't really ever use like flash photography on me, so I don't know if it has a flashback, but I feel like it looks good on camera otherwise. And then there's also this one. This is the setting powder translucent, but this one is the shade translucent. As you can see, it kind of has more of a slight beigey color to it. This ruined my makeup one day. I like went in for whatever reason. I was like, oh yeah, my forehead and my cheeks look like oilier than usual, so I'm gonna just put this on. In the lighting, it looked okay. Then I went outside, I like flipped down my car mirror and I was like, holy shit. Like the sides of my mouth looked so dry and wrinkly. It picked up like every pore and crease and crinkle on my face. It was not a good look, but I feel like if you are super, super oily, you might like this. One of those people that are like greasy, not greasy, but like greasy, this would be good just because this sucked out like every bit of moisture I had in my face. I'm not super, super dry. I would say I'm more normal dry. It did not work on me at all. But like I said, if you greasy, try it because I think it would work on your face. Okay, now some of my absolute favorite products from the line. I'm just gonna go over these really quickly because I've talked about these in so many favorites videos. These are the Velvet Smooth Eyeliner. They are waterproof. Two of my favorite shades are Bronzed and then Champagne. Champagne is what I have on my waterline right now. These are some of my favorite, I guess like drugstore or drugstore priced eyeliners. If you have been wanting to pick up, this isn't a dead-on dupe, but they're pretty similar. Where did you go? Here, no. Oh my gosh. Why, Danna? Here it is. The Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Eyeliner in the shade In the Buff. Champagne is pretty close. In the Buff definitely has more of like a creamy color, whereas this has more of a pearl. I think it's actually even brighter and like prettier on the waterline. It glides on even smoother. So this is what, 20-something dollars, and I think this is like $5 or $6. I love these eyeliners. They work great whether you're doing like your waterline, your tight line, or just your upper or lower lid. So, so pretty and creamy. I love them. The lip liners are also excellent. One of my favorites is in the shade Mauve Nude, just like the eyeliner. It's called the Velvet Smooth Lip Liner. I don't think this one's waterproof. But either way, I love it. It's super creamy. It is a product that you have to sharpen, but it's kind of like if ColourPop lip liners and NYX lip liners had a baby. Like it's not quite as like slippery smooth as ColourPop, but it's not as like super dry as NYX. It's like the perfect medium, just because I've said before, I don't like lip liners that are like ultra buttery because sometimes I think they kind of defeat the purpose and they end up kind of feathering. This is like the perfect formula of a lip liner. I absolutely love them. The colors are beautiful. Okay, and then finally, I feel like I've been talking forever. I have several, no, not several, just a couple of their lip products. As you can see, they have a crap ton of shades. I don't even know if these are all the colors, but these are so, so good if you like a nice matte lip. So right now I am wearing, I think it's, no, where'd you go? Did I put it away? Not about mauve. In fact, I'm almost positive. Okay, so these are the Kissable Liquid Lipsticks. These are $6. I love these because you do get the nice matte finish. It's not drying at all. Once you give it enough time to dry, it is transfer proof. I don't think these were marketed as waterproof. I think the next one is, but those do transfer, which is kind of confusing to me. I'm not quite sure. If you like the look of a matte lip, but you can't handle any dryness, these are the way to go. The only thing is, the formula is not consistent throughout the line. Some of them are absolutely amazing, and then some of them go on like super, super patchy. So you just kind of have to be selective with your colors. Luckily for me, the shades that I like seem to be pretty pigmented. So like I said, the one that I have on right now is Mad About Mauve. Another favorite is Blow a Kiss. They just do have the typical doe foot applicator, but what I like is that the tip of the applicator is a little bit more firm. So it's really easy to control. Sometimes you'll get a doe foot applicator where like the tip is a little bit too fuzzy, so it just kind of like wiggles around and it's just a hot mess. But these just have the perfect applicator, so it's really easy to kind of create like a lip liner first and then go in and fill them. Really like them, super comfortable to wear, but like I said, you just kind of have to be selective with what shade you choose. Okay, and then the very final product I have here, I think I actually posted a picture of this on my Instagram a while ago and somehow it like deleted itself because I went back to see. I'm pretty sure it was this color that I was wearing, Rosewood, and the picture was gone. Like, I'm confused because I know I didn't delete it. But this is the lip powder, I don't know. I mean, wouldn't that translate to lip powder, right? This is the liquid matte powder. Now, online it says that this one is waterproof, but this one like transfers, but I'm guessing maybe it's waterproof because even once it transfers, it still leaves like a stain behind. So maybe that's why they're saying, oh, it's waterproof. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. The applicator on this one is much bigger and longer than the other one. That's what she said. And the formula is a lot thinner. So you can kind of layer it up if you want to, but it's so opaque the first go around that you don't really have to do a second pass. As I said, this one does transfer, but it's incredibly comfortable on the lips. I still have several shades in here that I haven't messed with yet, like some of these brighter ones. This one is in the shade Star Status. So I can't really say for these like consistency wise, like the kissable ones, I sat down one day and tried on like a ton of the colors. So I have this one here in Charmed, and then Star Status, like a really bright pink and a coral. I figured I could throw some of these in a giveaway just because I have so many lip products already. But Rosewood, if you're like me and you like these dusty rosy mauves, this one's right up your alley. All right, so that is it for this video. I feel like I've been talking for like forever and a day now. I hope you guys found this video helpful. A product that I'm really curious about in the line, but I haven't been able to find it in store yet, and I just haven't ordered it online, are the eyeshadow palettes. They have, I think they're like 9-pan eyeshadow palettes that retail for $10. So if any of y'all have tried those out yet, leave it down in the comments to let me know what your experience was. Did you love it? Did you hate it? If you hated it, let me know, because then you can just save me the trip and hassle of going to Walmart. But I think that is it for this one. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.